Hey everybody, it's Jan here of Language Boost, and today I'm joined here by my dear friend, colleague, Lucas Bigetti. Lucas, how are you doing?
I'm doing great, thank you. How are you doing? How are you doing today?
So I thought, yeah, in this video, let's share what we have been up to with Language Boost, because recently, actually, we have been very active on YouTube, but we have mainly produced or publish lesson videos, right? So less videos with us. So I thought in this video could be interesting to give our viewers, our followers, an idea of what we have been working on behind the scenes, and also maybe a little bit of what we have been doing in our private life. So tell us, Lucas, what have you been up to lately?
Well, this year has been a little bit tough. I think, well, not only for me but for everyone with the coronavirus situation. Besides that, I also got a little bit sick. I had a gastritis problem, which has been annoying me a little bit. Has been annoying me for the past 5 months, but it's getting better. And well, other than that, I'm here in Thailand. I am in Chiang Mai, and I don't know until when I'll be staying here, because again, the coronavirus situation is still not very clear. The borders are still closed. We cannot leave the country. Even if I wanted to leave the country, I can't, because the border is closed. And as far as language learning is concerned, to be honest, I would say that for the past 2 years, I haven't done much. I have studied a few languages here and there. Last year I did some Turkish with a friend of mine, Fabricio. The year before that, I did some Hebrew. But to be honest, I think that over the past 2 years, my language skills have gone I haven't got better, but actually worse, because I don't know if you still remember that, but a few years ago we met in Serbia, in Novi Sad, and I recorded a video in 14 languages. And some of those languages, for example, Norwegian, Bulgarian, even Croatian, are languages that I completely stopped using them, so they got a little bit rusty. And but now I want to change that, and I think that we can discuss a little bit about it.
Exactly, because, well, your plan actually today is tomorrow is going to be a special day for you, because tomorrow is your birthday, right? You're turning 29.
Yeah, I'm turning 29 tomorrow. Yes. That's
Last year in your 20s, and a few weeks ago you called me up and you said, Jan, I'm having this goal that you want to achieve. And you basically said that you want to reach a B, I think it was a B1 level, right? In 20 languages. And that's all, man. That's quite crazy. I mean, and I know you do speak a bunch of languages, but B1 is not that high, but in 20 languages is definitely a challenge. So tell us, where are you at the moment, and what are you going to do? What's the plan for the next year, basically, because you want to accomplish this goal before you're turning 30, right?
Right. Yeah. Well, actually, I wanted to double down and say B2, and then it's
B2.
I think you think that's a little bit too crazy, but maybe if I aim for B2, I might end up getting to reaching the goal, getting to a solid B1. You know, a lot of people when they learn that when they find out that I speak languages, obviously the very first question they ask me is, okay, and how many languages? And I think that this question annoys the most people who have learned a number of languages, because what does really knowing a language mean, right? For example, do I speak Dutch? I don't know if I speak Dutch. Maybe some people would consider that, yes, you definitely speak Dutch. Some other would say, not really. And so basically the goal that I have for the next year is achieving a level in which I could have a conversation like the one I'm having with you now. So and maybe actually a longer conversation, like a 30-minute interview in the language with a native speaker. I believe that in Europe, you guys you separate languages in 6 levels, right? You have A1, A2, B1, B2, C1, C2. I think that's overcomplicating a little bit things, I like to think in three. So in the first level, you can, well, maybe order food in a restaurant. You can count from 1 to 10. You know some greetings. You know how to say hi, thank you. You can you are able to ask where the bathroom is. This is definitely not the level I'm aiming for. And then on the other side of the spectrum, you have mastery, right? So you have the proficiency levels, in which you can not only have deep conversations, but you can also read the classics. So I wanted to what I'm aiming for is something between. So it's definitely a level that is much higher than just asking where the bathroom is and counting up to 10, but it's not necessarily being philosophy and reading the classics that were written 200 years ago. I do want to achieve that level in certain languages. Language that I use basically every day, but like obviously what? Not for all the 20 languages. Yeah. Well, so this month I read three short stories of Dostoevsky, which is basically one of the most famous writers from Russia. Which was pretty tricky, but I was actually quite happy that I managed to finish those books. Because even Russians, even native speakers, deem these books quite dense and quite difficult to read. So yeah.
So what 20 languages are we talking about here? So next year, 22nd of May 2021. We're gonna test you, or you're basically gonna test yourself, and we're gonna talk a bit later about how you're gonna do that. But for which 20 languages are you gonna do this challenge?
Okay, so there are 10 languages that will be there for sure.
Yeah.
These languages are obviously English, then Spanish, Russian, German, French, Polish, Ukrainian, Finnish. Let me have you count it because okay, so Portuguese, English, Russian, Spanish, French, Italian, German, Polish, Ukrainian, and Finnish. Yeah, so these 10 will be there for sure, because I believe that as we speak now, I feel that I will be ready to conduct an interview in these languages. And then, so I think that these are languages that I have reach the B2 or a level in which I can pretty much have a meaningful and deep conversation about a wide range of topics. And then you have some language that I have studied in the past, but since I haven't used them anymore, they kind of got rusty. So good examples are Bulgarian, Croatian, Norwegian, Dutch. Basically these four. Since I have a strong foundation in Russian, well, maybe I could also say in German, I think it will be relatively easy to bring these two Slavic languages, Croatian and Bulgarian, these two Germanic languages, Dutch and Norwegian, to a higher level. We have 14. Last year I started learning Chinese. And even though I have been studying Chinese now I think it will be quite tricky to get to a B2 level in Chinese, even if I keep going and keep studying for a year. So I'm not too sure about Chinese. The same holds true for Thai. Now that I live in Thailand, I use Thai every day, and I can definitely have conversations with native speakers, and I can have social interactions in Thai, but I'm not sure if I will be able to get to the level in which I'll be able to have like a full 30-minute interview.
Yeah. So 15 was Chinese, 16 Thai, and then
yes, and then we have 4 left. I studied a little bit of Estonian. So that could, yeah, that would probably be another language. And then we still have three languages, right?
Mm-hmm.
I could probably go for and Hebrew, since I studied them in the past.
Mm-hmm.
But again, these are difficult languages. I didn't get very far when I studied them. I think I only got to a low A1.
Mm-hmm.
So I will still have to decide what these languages will be.
Yeah. Well, you still have to decide which three languages you're going to learn in 2000.
It will depend on how well I'm doing with
the others.
with the challenge. Yeah. So if I see that I still have some spare time, and if I see that my Chinese is improving as fast as I would like to, then I might throw in these other hard languages like Turkish and Hebrew.
Okay. Well, so 1 year to go. What can we expect from Lucas Bugatti here on YouTube for the next year? What are you going to do?
Next year? Well, a lot of studying for sure, and then I would like to be sharing my progress here. So basically, maybe I will do it every other week. I'll basically share with you guys what I have been doing, how I have been studying all these languages at the same time.
And also, are you also going to speak in different languages?
Yes, and yeah. So this is one part, and then the other part, I would like to start, well, basically getting some practice for the final test. So I would like to invite other YouTubers other people who like to participate here in the show.
Yeah.
And I like to conduct some sort of interviews to get some practice, and then before I turn 30, the plan is to release 20 videos, and each video will be 30 minutes long, and in each video I'll be talking to a native speaker, and and we will see if I have the go or not.
Great. Well, I think there's something very unique here, because I don't think there is anyone in the whole history of YouTube who has ever published a video of longer than 30 minutes in more than 10 languages. So if you manage to do that even if it's just 15, that's going to be a very big achievement. I'm sure all of us are going to enjoy watching those videos. Also going to enjoy seeing how you make progress, or maybe you're struggling.
I will try my best. I'm not promising anything. It's just a mission, it's a goal.
Sure.
But indeed, yes, I'm not sit here and say that all these polyglot videos on YouTube are fake. And I have also published videos in which I speak a bunch of languages, 14 languages. But in reality, creating these videos is not very hard, because you can think even if you don't script them. I'm pretty sure that many they write a script and then just go through the script. I think that even if you don't do that, like the 14 language video that I shot in Serbia, I didn't write a script for it, but I definitely thought about what I was going to say before starting the video. And now if you're speaking each language for just 1 minute, that doesn't really show your ability to speak the language, right? You can just think, oh, okay, so in I don't know, Bulgarian, I'm going to say this sentence, and then you check, I don't know, on Google, and then you see if it's correct or not, and then in that little snip of the video, you say that sentence or that 3-4 sentences in Bulgarian, and all of a sudden, wow, we speak Bulgarian so well. Well, do I really speak Bulgarian that well? I don't know. So indeed, I think that will be something quite unique. I think no one has done that on YouTube yet, and maybe I'll be the first one.
Great. So if you speak any of the languages, if you are a native speaker, if you are a native speaker of any of the 20 languages that Lucas will be taking on over the next year, then make sure to reach out to us here in the comments. Tell me if you are enthusiastic about this, and also let us know if you will be willing to record a few videos with Lucas so that you can test his language skills. It's going to be very cool to do that here on the YouTube channel. On top of that, so that's one thing that we're going to do on the YouTube channel. And then, as you have seen, we've also recently published a mini series or a series of Spanish mini lessons. We're going to do the same for French. We are actually uploading 2 videos per week now. Later this year, we will also be doing that for Russian and probably also for Italian or Chinese, maybe both of them. Just a great update from Lucas and me. German as well. Well, Lucas is the one most of the content, so he knows. Yeah. Well, that was it for now. I hope that you have been watching this video. Again, thanks for watching us. We are still here with you. We won't disappear anytime soon. Thanks for watching, Lucas. Greeting from Belgium.
Yes, greetings from Thailand. I'll talk to you soon, man.
Ciao.